Now, if 2 heads are better than 1, 3 can only be a bonus. Cousin Crimp is here now with your Halloween phobias. Welcome to all 3 of you.
Well, thank you
for being here. So, we've got Michelle straight on the line. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning to you. Now, you've got something going on in your house that I've got going on in my house at the moment. This is your 7-year-old, and who are they scared of?
Yes, they're scared of Pennywise, the scary clown.
Yes, I do know this well. And it's not like they've ever seen it or anything to do with that because they're all very young, but the imagery of it is everywhere and the kids all talk about it, don't they?
Yes, yeah.
So you want to know how to help him?
So he went to a disco, and you think it might have happened there, school disco?
Yeah, we went to the school disco last year when he was 6, and we walked in, and he saw the clowns. He started crying, grabbed onto me like with a vice-like grip and wouldn't go in.
Yeah. That'll do it.
That'll do it, yeah. Can I ask, before he walked in, what actually happened? Were the lights dimmed, anything like that that made it scary?
Yeah, it was a school disco, so they had the lights down, but they had the flashing coloured disco lights. Yeah, he just literally went through the door and that was it. He wouldn't move again.
And how is he with other masks? Is he OK with other masks?
Yeah, he's absolutely fine. He's dressing up tonight. He's dressing up as a werewolf, so he's going to wear a mask. It just seems to be this clown.
Right, so basically what's happened here, and the distinction between the other masks and Pennywise, is the fact that it wasn't Pennywise that frightened him. He was frightened before he saw Pennywise, and he's in a frightened state, and then he saw Pennywise, and he's linked the fear to that mask. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so he's like been in a heightened state of emotion, he's fearful, he sees that, and then suddenly it becomes linked.
Yes, yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I can see that because he was so excited to go to the disco,
Right.
and with all his mates and stuff. But we tried again this year, and I showed him a picture before we went in of his best mate, and he was dressed as Pennywise, thinking I'll pre-warn him. He just
Right,
burst into tears.
but Michelle, that won't work because he's already got the phobia. So what I want you to explain to him is that actually, and make him understand that he felt fearful before he saw the mask, and he's transferred that fear to the mask because that's why he's not frightened of any other masks. And also what you then want to let him know is that actually Pennywise is a fictional character, and does he like any fictional characters that also wear a mask?
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. He loves Batman.
Amazing, right? So what you've got to say is Batman's a fictional character, Pennywise is a fictional character, you know, you're going out tonight as Halloween dressed up as a fictional character, and the only difference between all these things is the fact that you went into that room, it was dark and it was frightening, and that's really what you should blame, not a mask.
One last thing I would say there is that you said that his friend dressed like Pennywise, so I'd like you also to say, do you remember that time when your friend dressed like Pennywise? Well, whoever is Pennywise, that's actually somebody just like your friend, and it's just a mask that they're wearing just like Batman. And just try those things just to change his viewpoint.
Yeah,
Give it a go.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Good luck. Good luck.
Oh, thank you so much.
Happy
You're welcome,
Halloween.
Michelle.
Halloween.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
Morning,
Hi,
Cheryl.
right, OK, so this is another phobia, a sort of very specific phobia.
Yeah, moths.
OK. Not butterflies, just moths.
I can tolerate butterflies.
OK.
Yeah.
OK, so any idea when this may have started, knowing that obviously no one's born with a phobia, these are things that we acquire through life. Any idea how that might have started?
We think I was left with a great-grandmother when I was approximately 2 or 3. They're not entirely sure what happened, but after I came out of there, if anything flew near me, I would scream, "It's a David! It's a David!"
We should explain this this incident stems from a budgie called David when you were a toddler, which is a great name for a budgie.
It's great.
Isn't it?
So, and that makes complete sense because you obviously didn't have a problem staying with your grandma because, or David, to start off with, otherwise they wouldn't have left you there. So afterwards, so it's obvious that happened. So what did David do?
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that he was let out of the cage because part of the phobia with the moths is the erratic flying and flapping around that I can't bear.
Yeah, that would make complete sense. And the reason that you've kind of transferred it as well is that the younger that we are, we don't have a concept of, we know that it's just something that flies. And if the main thing was the flapping about David, then that is why the flapping will be the biggest thing. And because potentially you come in contact with moths more than anything else, that's why it feels worse with moths than it does with anything else. So knowing that our thoughts create our feelings and our feelings create our behaviours, what you have to do is you have to look at that to create better thoughts, which will then create better feelings and better behaviours. So the question is, and these are things that I'd really like you to consider, you might have to listen back afterwards, but these are the kind of things that you need to consider. Number one, when all this started, the foundation, how was a moth even involved? We know that was David. How come David was even flapping around? Did David choose to flap around, or did somebody actually let him out the cage? And here's a big one. I want you just to appreciate that when they're flapping, that is them. They don't have legs. That they can run away with. And a lot of people that have phobias of birds and butterflies and moths tell us the same thing. But what they actually have never considered is that flapping is actually brilliant, because that's them trying to get away from you. So it's not a negative. It's actually, if they're flapping, that's great, because that means they're trying to keep away from you. And then obviously, and again, you can look online, positive things about moths just to tip the scales, such as they pollinate crops, etc. And it literally, when you consider all those things and realise that actually this wasn't moths, this was David, and Grandma shouldn't have let him out of the cage.
You've got a few Davids that have been let out of the cage on your own hair there.
Yes, we have. We've got an abundance.
An abundance, and look how fine you are with them. Thank you so much for your
hope that
call.
helps.
Yeah, I hope that does help.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's
Bye now.
wonderful. Thank you, all
guys.
three of you. Thank you so much. Thank you.